Donald Trump is threatening to fire Jerome Powell. Now, here's a prediction for you. Powell's term expires in May of next year, 1 year from, a couple weeks from now. I don't know if it's the beginning or end of the month, but whatever. It's basically a year away. And Trump wants to replace him with a toady. I doubt that Trump right at this moment is willing to risk making the markets go absolutely nuts when they've already lost, 6, 8, 9% of their value just from his stupid little trade tariff wars. But I doubt he's willing to let it go even crazier by firing Jerome Powell right now. But I wouldn't put it past him. I mean, he's bragging about the ability to do it, but, legally he doesn't have that ability. But there's this Supreme Court case, Humphrey's Executor it's called, or they're revisiting Humphrey's Executor was the 1935 case, in which the Supreme Court ruled that President Franklin Roosevelt could not fire the head of the Federal Trade Commission because it's a position that, it was created by Congress and requires Senate approval and, has specific limits, specific terms, and it's technically not part of the executive branch. Well, the same is true of the Fed. And so the Trump administration is going to court. The Supreme Court said yes yesterday. They said, yes, we'll take this case. And sometime in the next few months, we're gonna hear the outcome of this. And this is actually about, whether he can fire the head of the National Labor Relations Board, which is another one of these, organizations that is supposedly independent of the president. And if the Supreme Court rules that he can, and by the way, Neil Gorsuch and Clarence Thomas have already said that they intend to rule to overturn the Humphrey's Executor precedent. If that happens, then I can pretty much guarantee you that within days, Donald Trump will be going after Jerome Powell, because then he'll have the legal basis to do so. Right now, he doesn't. But all that said, wait 13 months. I think that, when Powell leaves office legally, assuming that nothing happens between now and then, which is a pretty big assumption, actually. But I think that when Powell leaves office, Trump is going to try and replace him with another, kind of an ass kisser, somebody like Kristi Noem or Pam Bondi or Pete Hegseth or, one of these, Marco Rubio, somebody who just will do whatever he says no matter what. Trump says, bow down. Yes, sir. How far? Oh, down enough to kiss my shoes. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Am I licking your shoes fast enough? No, you could do it faster. I mean, he's going to find somebody like that. And that person is then going to start lowering interest rates, and you're going to see an explosion in inflation, and you're going to see the country slide into a depression, I'm telling you.